My bad. I was eating cracker. I'm talking about? Yes, Lord. Good early morning, good early morning, good early morning, good early morning, good early. Whatever time it is that you ain't yawning. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, Lord. Ooh. Says pathetic hour, pathetic hour, something like that. No, it's about that time though, and I like to let this joint warm up and get into the spirit. I'm talking about. Yes, Lord. No. And as we do so, you know, we let Him take over. I'm talking about letting He who creates us take over, have control. I'm talking about. You know, I had an old head tell me one day. He said, "Boy, you gonna show up late to your funeral." I said, "Lord Jesus, I pray so." You talking about? Give me some water. No, he sent me to old Ezekiel 8. I'm talking about, and this is where he was telling people, he was putting the word in his people to put the word out to others, but he had to show them the abominations. I'm talking about that was being done. You know, they was up in his house just partying and kicking it. You know what I'm talking about? They was partying and kicking it and doing all kind of evil, wicked, mean, cruel things. And he was showing them, he said, look through this door, look through this portal, look through this opening, and see all the things, you know what I'm saying, that they doing, that they ain't supposed to be doing. And, when he gives you gifts, he lets you see certain things, you know what I'm talking about? He lets you witness things that, you know, he needs you to know in order for you to grow more in his ways. I was chilling earlier. I wasn't asleep, eyes wide open. Well, actually, I did blink for a little bit. I'm talking about, close my eyes for a second. But when I did, I started seeing something. And then I opened my eyes and then I stopped seeing it. You know what I'm talking about? But I was seeing something. And then I was just like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Because it was me involved in this action. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just like, no, because I don't have that. And I don't know who that is. You know what I'm talking about? So, you know, I move very exact. I'm talking about, I move exactly. I'm talking about, and for that reason that I do like that, oh yeah. Please forgive me. Good morning, sweetheart. I love you. And, this is authentic or nothing. You know, because, when you move a certain way, it ain't nothing that a hater can say or do to try to convince anybody else. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, I've been in the crib most of the day today. I went outside for a little bit, but then I've been in the crib, you know what I'm saying? And I know that y'all go through these type of things too. We 5 in, we're gonna get ready to begin. Let me get up in the spirit. Oh, I thought I saw you at the grocery store. I thought I saw you at the gas station. Oh, I thought you rode past my house. Oh, I thought this. You know, and behind the scenes, they telling some other people these same things. Oh yeah, I seen so much on such. You know what I'm talking about? All the while, you was chilling, minding your business. You know what I'm talking about? You know, and as far as getting into the spirit, while this is fresh on my mind, we're gonna talk about this right here. Now, say you get into it with somebody. Now, this is Biggie Pop, Jeezy, and Ti, all these beefs that we all know of. Talking about Gucci, Jeezy, whatever. All these little beefs, you know, that are serious. It's life and death matters. You know what I'm talking about? Now, besides them, put yourself in this situation. Say you got into it with somebody, or you wouldn't be controlled by somebody, so y'all broke apart or whatever. And y'all have kids. Would you allow your friend or relative or, you know, gang buddy to speak down on that other person? Would you allow that? I just want to know. You know what I'm talking about? I just want to know. Because, you know, there's innocent lives involved in this situation. You know what I'm talking about? And they ain't got nothing really to do with it. They were just born in it. Just like us, we was born in whatever our ancestors had going on before we got here. We was born in it. I'm talking about. We pray to God to release us from that, to break those generational curses. You know what I'm talking about? So, with that being said, if you were to allow something like that to happen, and you egged it on, and you thought you was doing good, you thought you was, getting revenge or whatever, you affecting innocent lives. Cause see now, wherever those innocent lives is, if the people around them get a hold to those such things that you have done in atrocity towards their ancestors, now they're affected by it. But you claim to love those innocent lives. You see what I'm saying? See where I'm going with that? You see, I had to figure that out myself. So I guess this is why he put it in me, whatever he's doing, his will. You know what I'm talking about? To be able to help somebody else understand this such thing. That thing right there should be destroyed. Why? Because they ain't had nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? How are they supposed to love you back? You know, I got an aunt. that somebody did the same situation to. They went, did some dirt to them, and then turned around when they couldn't get their way. They went and made a record. They made some music about it. I'm talking about. So then, you know, I ain't got nothing to do with it, but it comes to me. You know what I'm talking about? Do some other joints. You know. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. You can speak all those big words like you're very intelligent. But if you were really intelligent, you wouldn't do such things because now you're affecting innocent people. And you never know what kind of reaction you're going to get from that. You see what I'm saying? You could be thinking it's all good because you just did that to them. But when them innocent souls find out that you were the cause of a whole bunch of heartache, drama, and pain in their life because of what you did, you go ahead and bring them close to you if you want to. They gonna be the ones to do something to you. You see what I'm saying? So while you thinking you protected and preserved, you did what you did, can't nobody do nothing about it. You right, buddy. You reap what you sow. You know what I'm talking about? You reap what you sow. Now, I'm saying that because of what God led me to here, because we've been here before, but he wanted me to reiterate it. And then I was able to reiterate it into my life. You know what I'm saying? My life is in these scriptures just like yours is. You know what I'm talking about? It's all depends on what side and what part it's in. You know what I'm talking about? You know, that depicts your story. And, you know, Ezekiel 8 kind of runs in concurrent with that same situation. You know what I'm talking about? So we're finna get on into it. You know how we do it. This is authentic or nothing. It says, and there stood before them 70 men of the ancient of the house of Israel, and in the midst of them stood Jazaniah, the son of Shaphan, with every man his censer in his hand, and a thick cloud of incense went up. Then said he unto me, Son of man, this is God talking. He says, Son of man, do you see with these things that's going on? I'm talking about the things that need to come to an end, the things that need to stop. I'm talking about. So he says, Hast thou seen what the ancient of the house of Israel do in the dark? You know, those are the things that people, that's just one instance. Those are the things that people do in the dark. Then they also go, you know, and try to talk to people that you talk to, try to tell them that they know you. You know, I called a dude, you know, and I asked about him. I said, man, who is this joint? You know what I'm talking about? They want to all subscribe to my channel and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Now, I love when y'all subscribe to this channel because I have video here. I have content here. They subscribe to another channel that I have that has nothing. don't plan on having nothing. You know what I'm talking about? And I said, why would this joint do something like that? And I don't even know him. You know what I'm saying? They kept on trying to talk to me, kept on trying to talk to me. Then I realized what they were talking about. And I really said, I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? I let them know, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm trying to find a way so I can delete this joint off my deal. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, Lord. Appreciate you. You know, like I was saying, as time progressed, I started realizing, this is just one of those hidden enemies. I be on home line, talking about making comments and different things. Then the joint started jumping up in my comments, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, all the while he has a hidden agenda. So then I see him say something, make a comment, and he, oh, my so-called homeboy punched me in my stuff, man. So then, me being good natured, I was like, feeling kind of bad for the dude, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, you know what? I was listening to someone else say, oh, they just learning from, yeah, they learning how to hurt you. They learning how to sneak you. Cause see, them type of people like to do a lot of sneak dissing, backstab and backbite. And I've detached myself from that type of energy a long time ago. Joint no, don't be messing with him like that. Cause ain't no telling. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't no telling. You know, and because of my good nature, and they know that I'm speaking and preaching the gospel, we supposed to be a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? But it was no place in here where God said, let somebody kill you, let somebody hurt you, let somebody do what they want to and transgress me. Come on. Yes, he will fight our battles because that's what he do. He's our father. But at the same time, we have to do our part. We have to stand up for ourselves. That's why he gave us dominion. You know what I'm talking about? See, that dominion that he gave us, it was for us to reign over the earth, not reign over people. And see, they're using their dominion in the wrong way. They're trying to reign over people. They're trying to be bullies. And the Lord bless me with fully. You know what I'm talking about? Woo! Lord, please let these words that I'm speaking minister onto them so that they change their toxic ways. Because see, me, I'm not happy. And the person I'm trying to be with, you're not gonna be doing that to them either. You know what I'm talking about? Because then, when God does what he does, they're a part of me. You know what I'm talking about? It's all good until somebody does it to them. He said, thou shalt not repay evil with evil. This is not evil. This is your warning. Even God gave out a warning. Come on. He warned these people of all these transgressions that they was doing, all the abominations that they were doing. See, he makes them expose themselves while they think that they're winning. And, all their little tricks and schemes and plots turn around and backfire on them. You know what I'm talking about? You know, like I said this before. I said, man, a joint be off in the back cut. A joint be cleaning off in the back cut. Just doing what they want to do. You know what I'm talking about? And as they be doing what they want to do, the people that they going to, they don't be understanding, they don't be knowing, because they don't be ready for that type of thing. You know what I'm talking about? They busy in their own world doing their thing, just like everybody else should be. But that's a ploy for them to try to gather up a crowd against you. You know what I'm talking about? So they can run a little smear campaign where they can try to make you look like the bad guy. Just like right now, you know what I'm saying? By me saying this, if I wasn't explaining it to you properly, you would think that I was the bad guy, that I was the aggressor because of their projection. That's what they want. They want you to look like you're the bad guy. But the heart of the righteous man is always seen by the land, because when God's in you, you know what I'm talking about? They'll recognize and see that you weren't the problem. You know. And as they do such things, you know what I'm saying, we should forgive them people. We should forgive them. But they also should point out the joints that started this crap too. You know what I'm talking about? And no, don't treat them bad, don't treat them wrong, because God gonna get a hold to them. You know what I'm talking about? When they be wondering why all this is happening to me, why all that is happening to me. Think about the things that you do to others. It's like those innocent souls that I was talking about. And it speaks of that too. The two ladies that were sitting on the steps crying and weeping. Why was they crying and weeping? Because they ain't had nothing to do with the things that was going on in the dark behind the closed door. But they were still affected by it. This is authentic or nothing. It says, every man in the chamber of this imagery, for they say, the Lord seeth us not. See, and then also they try to hide behind, knowing a little bit about the Bible. But if they knew a lot, like the words that's coming out their mouth or whatever they typing down or whatever, they would know better to do with the things that they do. And that's what witches and warlocks do. I'm talking about, they do that to cause spells and, what would you call it? Warfare. They do it to try to say that they're in the right. You know what I'm talking about? And I ain't make them. God made them expose themselves last night. Made them expose themselves. You know what I'm talking about? Because they did it right in front of everybody, just as it had been said. While they was there trying to recruit more people to jump on the bandwagon on the thing that they talking about, what they want to do. You know what I'm talking about? And then you can see the Goofinians that was falling for it, because that's the same thing that they do. You know what I'm talking about? In the back cut. That's why we have to watch be careful about the people that we connect with, the people that we try to reach out to. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try to tell my baby. You know what I'm saying? We can't be laying our hands on everybody trying to heal them. You know what I'm talking about? A demon to jump off on you, then you be sitting up there looking for deliverance. When you were straight, you ain't have to deal with none of that junk. You know what I'm talking about? That's why we pray for people from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Not to be funny, not to think that we better, but because of discernment and having some sense, knowing that, hey, we ain't God. He had to do his part. I'm talking about we do ours. You know, and as that said, let's finish this up. It says, the Lord hath forsaken the earth. You see, they felt like he forsake the earth because he wasn't here. He didn't do everything that they wanted him to do. So they took it upon themselves to start doing things. You see what I'm saying? Took it upon themselves to start doing things. So then, they unleashing hell. They unleashing all the things of evil. When they opened up that door, when God told them to open up that door and look through there, they looked through there and they seen all kind of abominations. You know what I'm talking about? And that's the door that they have open. You know what I'm saying? They got the door to all sorts of abominations. And it's going to affect those innocent souls. You know what I'm talking about? And it says, he said also unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. So, if they do stuff like that, they do other stuff too. You know what I'm talking about? Other sneaky, underhanded stuff. Ain't no telling what kind of stuff they do. If they're stoop that low, they're stoop low. You know what I'm talking about? It says, then he brought me unto the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was towards the north. And behold, there sat a woman weeping. You know what I'm talking about? She was weeping, like I said, because didn't have nothing to do with it. Didn't want no parts of it. But those innocent souls end up affected by it. You know what I'm talking about? It says, for Tammuz, something like that. Y'all know I'll be murderizing them joints. But then said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Yeah, I seen it. Like I said in the beginning, I'm talking about I lived through that. I have a testimony of that because them same joints turned around and offered me a deal. You know what I'm talking about? Because they didn't know nothing about it. You know what I'm talking about? They didn't know. It was the joint that was using them that did what they did. You know what I'm talking about? It says, and thou shalt see greater transgression and abominations than these. Then he also brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of the Lord, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men with their backs towards the temple of the Lord, and their faces towards the east. And they worship the sun towards the east. You know, because we know God as the all-star, the greatest light that there ever is. So they had their back turned to the darkness, all the abominations. You know what I'm talking about? See, that's those other innocent souls, those people like I just sat through saying that didn't know nothing about what those other joints was doing. But they had came to them and tried to recruit them. But they had enough sense to know that no, I'm gonna wait on the Lord. So they sat there and waited and was looking east. Everybody know that the sun rises from the east. You know what I'm talking about? So they was looking east to see that glorious light. You know what I'm talking about to come up. So they can bask in this light because everything behind them was dark. That's why we have to leave things like that in the dark, in the dark. We can't be going over to well, I'm a hill here in the dark, can't even see that joint. You just be a monster there, you know what I'm talking about? We can't do that, you know what I'm talking about? It says, then he said unto me, Hast thou seen, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Is it a light thing to the house of Judah that they commit the abominations which they commit here? For they have filled the land with violence and have returned to provoke me to anger. You know, they returned. Why? Because they seen all the things. That's why he was ministering on to them and said, hey, you see this, son of man? You see this? That's why they sat there waiting for the sun to rise. You know what I'm talking about? So they can shine the darkness that was behind. He said that they provoked him to anger because of all the abominations and things that was going on in behind the scenes. They just give themselves away so easily and so quickly that it's a shame. Like ain't nobody else looking. I'm talking about because they think they got it like that. I'm talking about, and I know that some of the people that they done went to, they didn't pay them bribe money. I'm talking about they didn't pay them bribe money. They done did little. I'm talking about, and for those who take that bribe money and those who do those favors, guess what? Guess who looking? I'm talking about. You ain't gotta worry about me. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta worry about me. I'm talking about. Yes, Lord. Said they brought down plenty of violence to the land. Them innocent souls that were affected by that. Like I said, I got approached with something that didn't have nothing to do with me. That they were trying to do evil against my aunt. You see what I'm saying? Ooh, Lord says, and lo, they put the branch to their nose. Therefore will I also deal in fury. Mine eyes shall not spare, neither will I have pity. And though they cry in my ears with a loud voice, yet will not hear them. That's them trying to keep the illusion up, trying to fake the funk. You know what I'm saying? When they putting out, especially when dropping comments, things like that. You know what I'm saying? You typing it out. Oh, we're gonna. Well, it's this scripture right here. You know what I'm saying? This is that's an illusion. That's a cry onto deaf ears of the Lord, because they know what's coming for them. They know they can always easily repent. You know what I'm talking about? That's free. You know what I'm talking about? That is free. But they have an image to uphold. See, that's the other thing that I learned a long time ago. And I learned that off of a girl. You know what I'm talking about? She had a bunch of brothers. You know what I'm saying? And I used to admire her because I'm like, man, she had a good shoe game. You know what I'm talking about? She had a good shoe game. She had all the new Nikes. You know what I'm talking about? All the Jordans. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, man, I'm thinking to myself, I was like, man, them people got some money or something. You know what I'm talking about? Until I found out the inner workings of that. You know what I'm talking about? They would go, like I would go, you know what I'm saying, and go get some shoes, wear them joints for one day, keep the receipt, and try their best not to get them joints dirty or creased. And turn around a few days later, go take it back and go get some more. That's having an image to uphold. You know what I'm talking about? To make things look like it's better than what it is. And that's what they do when they drop those comments with those scriptures in them, you know what I'm saying, of righteousness. When they try to drop scriptures in there against the people that they done already did things to. You know what I'm saying? Using word curses. I called them out. A couple warlocks. I called them out. And I bind and I cast thee back to the pit where you go. I'm talking about back to the pit that you crawled up out of. Because now one of y'all just know me. I'm talking about might know my person, might know, but you don't know me. Coming at me sideways. Like I said, those innocent souls. I'm talking about that's coming at me sideways because I care about them innocent souls. You know what I'm talking about? Lord Jesus. You know, these people nowadays, they bandwagon jumpers. And I ain't for sure who just came, saw, and left. You know what I'm talking about? But God bless you. In the mighty name of Jesus. You know, I'm going to keep it a buck. Lord, that was just the title. You know what I'm talking about? That was just the title. You know, we're going to get it in. And then, too, we're going to be switching it up. So, and we'll tell them when we're going to erupt and come on up out. You know what I'm talking about? Because I was being courteous by coming on at this time. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to have to come on when it's appropriate time for me, no matter what. You know what I'm talking about? Lord, what you want me to say? What you want me to say? What you want me to say? What you want me to tell our people this early Saturday morning? Oh, Jesus. Give me a good one like you always do. And I mean, oh, Jesus. I didn't even want to go there. She took me there anyway because it must need to be said. Something needs to be done. There needs to be an intervention. Somebody gotta have some success. Ooh. We in Proverbs. Like Proverbs 27, 25, 26. Proverbs 29 and 27. But you already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna run that junk to heaven. Yes, Lord. Like I said, I appreciate y'all dropping and stopping in. I appreciate who's still here with me. I'm talking about, yes, Lord. It says, the hay appeareth, and the tender grass sheweth itself, and herbs of the mountain are gathered. You know, we just got through talking about a harvest. You know what I'm talking about? Just got through talking about a harvest. It's reaping season, you know. And I guess that's why he took me to Ezekiel. I'm talking about Ezekiel 8 in particular. Because it is reaping season. We reap what we sow. You know what I'm talking about? You sow good, you get good. You sow bad, you ain't gonna be so glad. It says, the lambs are for thy clothing, and the goats are the price of the field. And thou shalt have goats, milk enough for thy food, for the food of thy household, and for the maintenance, for the maidens. You know, we was talking about that. That's having plenty. You know what I'm talking about? That's having plenty. We should have plenty because we sow good, so we're gonna reap good. You know what I'm talking about? We do good things on to other people. We try to teach them to be righteous and in the ways of the Lord. You know what I'm talking about? I just got through giving a good teaching on how things can affect others. You know, we don't know if we slap this person right here, how that's going to affect somebody that we love or like over there. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said, love thy neighbor like you love yourself. Would you want somebody to do that to you? Do unto others as you would love to have done unto you. You know what I'm talking about? Hello, I appreciate you for joining back or whoever that is. But you know, that's why it says do unto others as you want done unto you. Just for that simple fact right there. You know, like I said, the dude he said he called him his so-called homeboy. He said my so-called homeboy just socked me in my eye or in my face or something, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember where he, but then, you know, after knowing the thing that he did for his other homeboy, you know, it stands to reason that something like that happened to him. You know what I'm talking about? It stands to reason. You know, I know joints don't like me, but they don't bother me. Why? Because I ain't bothering them. You know what I'm talking about? And that's a beautiful thing. We can coincide and slide and do it. We don't have to be bothered. See, I believe God gave them the same recollection that He gave me. We don't have to be bothered with them type of people. But then you got the ones that still want to try to hurt you and attach to you. It's like I'm saying, you know, people come join me here, they attach here, they get a subscription here because I have content here. You see what I'm saying? Why would you subscribe to something that don't have no content? Because you waiting for that icon to light up so you can see if you can find it. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just like, as I was thinking about that, I'm like, ooh, you know, the joint didn't get no action, right? So some of the joints start falling off. I'm talking about, and I'm just like, this is authentic or nothing. Ain't no telling what might be jumping. I'm talking about. Now, should I shut them channels down and start another one just so I can do what I'm doing? You know what I'm talking about? Because we have people that learn from us so they can better themselves, but then we also have people that learn from us so they think they better than us. You ever had somebody that will do something that you doing, but then try to take over what you doing? Like they can do it better, but they leave whatever it is that they doing alone and come to try to take over what you got going on. That's a trespass. And somebody else, another pastor, what I'm saying, she said, that's them trying to steal your star, trying to steal your destiny. I'm talking about. That's why we have to be extra careful about the interactions of the people that be coming towards us. I'm talking about. Because like when I seen joint coming, I instantly like, man, who is this joint? I even somebody in their hood. You know what I'm talking about? Man, who is this joint? I'm talking about, I don't even listen to none of that. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm just like, wow. All because they want to have control. They want to play God. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with that? They want to take over the role of God and control someone. Use their dominion that they're supposed to be using to do something here good on the earth. Tend to the garden. But they choose not to focus on that and focus on somebody else's life and what they got going on for them, what they doing, to see if they can leave them stuck and miserable like them. But I'm here to let you know, keep moving forward, don't stop for nothing, don't look back and be a pillar of salt. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's all that they want. They salty. Like that little Morgan lady with the umbrella. Them dudes are salty. You might as well call them ladies too, because they wearing the dress doing the things they do. You know what I'm talking about? Woo! They wouldn't last in the you know what I'm saying, the bread box. It wouldn't last at all. They'll be somebody's wife because they doing D stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Lord, this is authentic or nothing. And you just got to keep it real. This ain't unsugarcoated, but it's unsugarcoated. You know what I'm talking about? says you gonna have plenty enough. You know what I'm talking about? Plenty enough. We up over here, it says, and the unjust man is an abomination to the just. You know, they're a disgrace to people like me, because then they'll think that everybody is like that, because they want to try to associate themselves with everybody. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, I know that, I know that. Don't be knowing nothing. You know what I'm talking about? It says, and he that is upright in his ways is an abomination to the wicked. You know, we are disgrace to them because they feel like that we supposed to be like them in that energy, in that low vibration. When we vibrate in the highest vibration there could be, and that's in the vibration of the Lord with love. You know what I'm talking about? Honor. You know what I'm talking about? With respect. You know what I'm talking about? They will spit out a good game, but they will not abide by boundaries. They feel like if they have to have some rules that say that they can't have their way with somebody, that they need to gather up other people so they can go against that one somebody. And that's when the strength of the Lord kicks in. You know what I'm talking about? That's when he dispatches his angels. You know, I said this earlier, you know what I'm saying? Because from the time that I woke up, I've been seeing angel numbers, you know what I'm talking about? And I said this, I said, man, he must be dispatching some angels. And then later on last night, I run into that. You know what I'm talking about? I run right into that. I'm like, oh. You know, angels can hop through people too. Like I said, I want to do something about, you know, the good and the bad angels. You know what I'm talking about? I want to make something about that, you know what I'm saying? So that people can get an understanding about that. You know, if I could break it down to, you know what I'm talking about, in a simplest form, you know, because everything ain't got to be complicated. Everything ain't got to be over analyzed, over thought. You know what I'm talking about? But what do have to be realized and understood is that we can't go around doing those type of things to each other. No matter how bad you hurt, how bad you feeling, you know, there's so many other people in this world that you can go and interact with and have a good relation, have a good time. You know what I'm talking about? And you can't say that you love the innocent souls if you did set up a trap to entrap them for generations to come. Because that energy is going to entrap them. If that person that you targeted just passed away today, that energy that you put out about them is still going to attract to them innocent souls because they were attached to them. You see what I'm saying? That's why I never got into none of that, like battle rapping and none of that crap. You know what I'm talking about? No, because people be getting in their feelings over what I just got through saying. I say they lost, they look bad, they go back. Now, they got people attached to them. Now, when people see them out, oh, that's so-and-so that's attached to the person that lost. So now they like, and what? What about it? You know what I'm talking about? Well, y'all are losers. Y'all lose a team. And then they like, no, well, I ain't no loser. You know what I'm saying? That was them. But now you attached to him, you know what I'm saying? So all y'all lose. No, man, you need to stop that. No, I ain't gotta stop, man. Y'all some losers. You know what I'm talking about? I done seen this with grown, full, old people. You know what I'm talking about? I done seen that in the gambling house. You know what I'm talking about? I done seen that happen. You know what I'm talking about? Until a fight break out. Just because a joint wants you to leave them alone. You know what I'm talking about? With that old mess. And it's like, what is you doing that makes you think and feel like that you're so great if you're doing low vibrational things like that? We're supposed to lift each other up, bring each other up. That's the stuff that the one joint that they come trying to subscribe onto me and get me to listen to their music. That's what he called himself trying to push and talk about. But when you listen to his music, that ain't what that's about. That's not what it's about. You know what I'm talking about? And me myself, I don't want to hear it because it don't rhyme and it don't really sound good to me. You know what I'm talking about? Not even the beat, and I be loving the beats on stuff. You know what I'm saying? So some stuff I listen to just for the beats. You know what I'm talking about? I can care less about what they talking about because it ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm talking about? I know where I be. I know what I do. You know what I'm talking about? Joint. It's just so ridiculous that it don't make no sense. You know, we're buck in, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. This has been authentic or nothing. You know what I'm talking about? So, like I said, do unto others as you want done unto you. You know what I'm talking about? I give a joint the shirt off my back. I feed my enemy my sandwich. You know what I'm talking about? That's how God made me. I know God didn't make you like that. You got the devil in you. You should ask for an exorcism. They free too. This is authentic enough. I'ma holler at y'all when he hit me. Once again, good morning, baby. Keep your head up. Keep that chi high. Hold on. Keep that chi high. I'm talking about. Stay focused. Keep going. Don't stop. Being confident in the Lord and in us. Amen.